Ez itt a MedTech Pub, a White Unicorn Inkubátor egészségügyi innovációs podcastje. Kövessetek minket LinkedIn-en, Instán, YouTube-on, és gyertek el minden hónap első csütörtökén a Monyópubba, a szakmai közösségünkbe. Welcome to the latest episode of MedTech Pub podcast, where we are covering interesting topics in the biotech, medtech, and health tech fields. Today's episode is special because, first of all, it's going to be in English. And second of all, I would like to introduce you Efe Celebi from Turkey, who is a true MedTech hero, and I think his story will inspire a lot of you. He's coming from Turkey. He's just established his Hungarian company in order to further grow in Europe. So we will discuss this through. Hi, Efe.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so it's great to have you here. And I think let's start with your background because it's quite diverse, and I think it's quite inspirational for many.
Yeah, thank you. I think we're very similar in that sense. I'm a dentist myself as well. My father was a dentist. I always wanted to be a dentist, and I became one finally. But I always had this entrepreneurship spirit in myself. So first, with my business partner, he's also a dentist. We established our clinic, Dent Group. Dent Group became Turkey's biggest dental clinic chain. And meanwhile, on the road, we discovered that there are other needs dentists have. So we established a digital dental lab. We also established a dental clinic management software company. So those are still growing businesses. But there was always this thing inside me, I should do something that can go global, beyond Istanbul, beyond Turkey. So 3 years ago, I established this new company that we're going to talk about. It's called DentalPrices. It's basically a service to the patient where from the beginning we will tell what kind of dental needs they have just with a photo of their mouth, and then we show them the clinics that provide these treatments. We give them the pricing, that's how the name comes from, and finally when they are about to get the treatment, we help them with the financing of the treatment as well, because that's the main pain point actually with dentistry. It's expensive and everybody's avoiding it because of that.
Yeah, I think we can really relate to it and the audience as well. So if I understand it correctly, you're coming from, it's a nice journey because you were a doctor, I mean still, but you were a dental practitioner. Then you evolved into innovation, but focusing on internal problems. It's like solving internal clinical dental related problems. And now you're stepping out to the public, which is like, you know, touching already like B2C type of problems, and also stepping not only into medtech, but also in, let's say, fintech and other territories, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not practicing for the last 8 years now.
So how long have you been practicing? Like,
unfortunately, I graduated in 2004. I'm 44, by the way. So easy calculation. And I practiced for, I think, 10 years before I quit dentistry. And that in that 10 years, I saw all these pain points. Again, number one being the financial part for the patient. Back then, I was trying to give my patients some options to pay easily, but technically it wasn't possible. For instance, I mean, I was trying to give them installment payments, but there was nothing out there that could easily service the patient for this. And then we developed our buy now, pay later product because of this. One other thing is online appointment is not there still. I mean, it's still growing because both the clinic side and the patient side does not think of dentistry as a online service. The first thing somebody does is ask their parents, their friends, where they go for their dental needs. It's word of mouth. Of course, it's great. I mean, word of mouth is always the best way to go. But you have to know your options because you can get your best treatment maybe in another city, in another country maybe. So that's one of the reasons actually why we started in Hungary at the first place. Turkey, Hungary, Poland, Thailand, and Mexico are the 5 top dental tourism suppliers around the world. We already started in Turkey, and Hungary geographically and as well as culturally is very close to Turkey. So since you have a great dental system here, you already do dental work in Europe as well as outside Europe. So we chose Hungary as the next step to go from Turkey to expand globally.
And so, what is the state of this project now? That's my first question. And then, how would you describe it? Like, let's say I'm a patient. I see this application or this software the first time, or this service the first time in my life. What do I see? How do I proceed? What is your idea here?
We started in Turkey, in Istanbul specifically, with the local clinics serving local patients. It's been 2.5 years since we started working, and we did over $70 million of transactions so far. It means there is a demand for this. Turkish market is a big market, around $3 billion a year. So we're still at the very, very beginning of it, but global market is huge. So I didn't want to stay as a local Turkish company, and starting from Hungary, we will first cover Europe, and then hopefully with a new business model, we'll go to overseas, to North America, South America, other parts of the world. So there's a good traction. We can see the demand, and this is a global demand. It's not just the Turkish patients that are asking for this kind of service. We just started Hungary, so yesterday. I mean that's soon. So yesterday we opened our Hungarian entity, DentalPrices KFT. So that's very exciting for us. I mean, very exciting times for me and the team. I'm proud of my team. We have a team of 12 people in Istanbul, but we will of course have a Hungarian team as well, and we will try to grow from Hungary to other parts of Europe. So I'm thinking there will be a good traction in this part of the world as well.
And so I know that you started in Turkey, and of course we were talking about this before, and you also mentioned that you had, like a big clinic chain in Turkey. So probably in Turkey it was like really cool to test it and develop it, with first-hand feedbacks from your own clinics, and probably that was, like the ground for growth. What do you think? What will be different coming to a foreign country, stepping into the European Union? Different regulations, different cultures, maybe. Even though if we are close culturally, but many things different. What do you think you will face as the biggest problem?
Great question. Turkey has its upsides for me and downsides. Upside, of course, I'm coming from the culture, and I have a big network of dentists, big network of dental suppliers, even patients. I mean, I know everyone. So that was a good start, an easy start actually for me, and I was fully aware of this. But in time, it became harder to grow the business because of regulations. I mean, Turkish regulation is a really, really tough one. And there's a saying in Turkey, if you do it in Turkey, you can do it anywhere. By Turkish law, I was in court because of the business I did, because we have a law from 1928 saying you cannot advertise in dentistry, saying you cannot send doctors patients, saying a dentist cannot do commercial business. I mean, that's simple. It literally says a dentist cannot do any kind of commercial business. I mean,
that's
normally
all we do nowadays.
I cannot even open a restaurant according to that law. is that old and it's not renewed, unfortunately. I mean, we are working on it. We're lobbying, me and other similar companies. We're lobbying to change these kind of laws, but it's a slow change. So that was a downside for us. Here, the downside is, of course, I don't know anyone, but I started knowing you, for instance. So it's gonna take time to do networking. Of course, from my previous experiences, I know many clinic owners from Europe, and I know their needs as well. But of course, it's going to be a slower pace than Turkey. But one of the reasons we're changing our business model is because of this. In Turkey, we onboarded every single clinic one by one. We physically visited them. We had a sales team. They physically visited them, drank coffee with the doctors. We had a call center doing cold calls to reach out clinics that are far. But we're not planning to do it in Hungary or in Europe or in other parts of the world. So what we're going to do is with the help of AI, we're going to list all dental clinics according to their already public information. That's the info out there, but with a clean interface. So the patient from day one will see all of their options in Hungary or in Turkey. So a patient, either a local Hungarian patient or a patient from Austria or Germany, for instance, they will see their options in Turkey and in Hungary from day one. And once through us they get their appointment, it's actually not a real appointment, but like a appointment request.
Yeah.
We're going to contact the clinic saying, this patient is in need of this treatment, and we are ready to give the financing. So here's a package that's ready to be treated. Would you accept it? If you accept, say yes and sign the papers digitally. So this is a whole new thing. We didn't do this in Turkey. So Hungary will be a good tryout for us. It's going to be a couple of months since we see the results, obviously. And then probably we're going to do some changes, some adjustments. And when it's there, then we're going to move to Poland. Then we're going to move to Croatia. Then we're going to move to Bulgaria, Romania, Germany. We're going to cover, that's the plan, all of Europe, almost all of Europe, next year. Because the regulation is more or less the same. We don't have to open new companies in other countries. We don't have to do other legal stuff. So Hungary will be the base and the tryout for this new system, and hopefully it works. And next time we're together, I want to talk about that success story, how it worked out.
Yeah, well, I really wish you luck, because this is really ambitious. And what I see, but I'm really interested in your insight, is that it might partly disrupt the way how patients are interacting with clinics, meaning that it steps into the field of the whole patient tourism, dental medical tourism field, the way how these agencies are working with the clinics, the way how the shares are cut, the way how the patient is finding a clinic, the way how they communicate with each other. So basically everything instead of the on-spot things, right, in the clinic. How do you see this?
It's definitely disruptive for the whole market. I mean, I'm talking to dentists here as well as dentists in Turkey. I'm asking them, as a clinic owner, what would your reaction be if you just out of the blue got an email from DentalPrices saying, here's this patient, here's their treatment plan, and here's the financing that we're providing for the patient and for your clinic. Do you accept it? The first reaction is, I would think, is this scam or what?
Yeah, spam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this,
Straight spam.
Yeah. What is this? I mean, is this for real?
Yeah.
Is there really such a company?
Yeah, I would call my IT guy to check my security.
Yeah. Well, what is this? So, but in time, I think after we're past that somehow with marketing, with other stuff, it's gonna go there because there's huge competition between clinics, between countries. I mean, there's competition between Turkey and Hungary, trying to get all these UK patients, all these German patients. There's competition between German clinics and Hungarian clinics. Even the prices in Germany are going down because of Hungary, because of Turkey, because back then there was no competition. A German doctor could just set up a price, and the patient just had to accept the treatment. But now they have options, and everyone has this right to know what their real options are. And in that sense, with this much competition and this much difficulty with patients paying those big budgets, I think we have a big edge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what about other fields of medicine and medical tourism? Because this obviously seems like a general idea for patient-doctor communication, or let's say patient-clinic matchmaking, or however we call it.
Yeah.
So what do you see in terms of other medical fields?
Yeah, I have many doctor friends, and that's the first question they ask me. Oh, we're doing hair transplants. Yeah. It's exactly the same thing. Why don't we put out a website saying we're doing this for hair transplant or like boob jobs or whatever? The thing is, I know dentistry very well, and I have a good network internationally, and it's already a big market itself. So I will keep on dentistry vertical until we become a fully global company. We're serving everywhere. Then we can think about going to other verticals using same network of countries. But for a long period, we're planning to stay in dentistry specifically.
What about competition? Because this seems to be like a pretty obvious next step, or like a pretty obvious technology or thing to do on the market.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that many very smart people from really cool parts around the world, they are working on the same thing. What do you see there?
Yeah. Generally, the competition is on general medicine because there are many listing pages like us. I don't know if can I give names?
Sure.
Sure. For instance, there's Doc Planner in Europe. They're growing at a good speed. There's Doctolib from France. They're again growing in Europe. But as the name states, they're all focused on doctors, and that's our edge actually, because whoever you can think of, when they have a dental problem, they don't think about going to a general hospital. Dentistry is the only part of medicine that is outside the main faculty. So all doctors are going under some kind of education in one building, and dentists are doing something completely other than that. And when you have a dentistry problem, you go to a dental clinic. You don't go to a general hospital. You don't look for a medical solution. You look for a dental solution.
It's also reflected in big, huge global companies, right? So they usually have like all the medical fields in one division.
Yeah,
and then they have a dental division.
Absolutely. So these companies, they try to cover dentistry as well, but it's a very tiny bit of their portfolio. Dentists are not really using them. Patients are not really using them. And to be honest, it's not beneficial for either side, for the patient, the doctor, the dentist, whatever. So we're only dentist focused. We are telling patients about their dental needs. With the new AI, we're going to tell them, okay, just take a photo of your mouth or whatever area you think you have a problem with, and we will tell you the possible problems. Of course, it's not like 100% sure doctor, dentist opinion, but it's a general idea. They will have a general idea about their needs, and we will list them just the dental clinics with their pricing. That's very important, and that's where the name actually comes from. So we're focused on only dentistry. They're more focused on everything. So it's like the question you have, why not other branches, right?
Absolutely.
So dentist is a very specific branch of medicine, and we will keep it that way. That's one thing. The other thing is we're not just a listing page. We are solving the main pain point of the whole business, that's financing. So we're helping the patients pay actually easily for their treatments, no matter where they go, which country or which clinic they get their treatment from. So it's an end-to-end solution. It's not just, okay, look through doctors and get an appointment. It's not it.
Yeah.
We help them find their need. We help them find the right place to get rid of that need, and finally pay for that need in the best way possible. So we're very trusting the business model in that sense. We're different from all the competition out there. Of course, there can be solutions like us. I mean, I would love to have that, actually. I mean, competition grows the whole market. I wouldn't want to be the only guy trying to do this.
Yeah, that's always not so good of a sign.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure a lot of other companies will do similar stuff in time. And again, the market is huge. There's room for everybody. I'm not afraid of any kind of competition. It grows the business. It makes people know there's an option like this. So the competition in Europe is good for us. The competition in US is good for us. Yeah. So I'm not afraid.
And so, that's,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way to go, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be weird if you would be afraid
Yeah.
as an entrepreneur. So you're also scratching the surface, not even the surface, but you're going deep down in fintech as well,
Yeah.
right, with this project.
Yeah.
So what about that? Do you have any knowledge on that, or do you have people helping you?
Yeah, well, we had a good experience in that area in our Turkish operations. Actually, we're not a financial institute, so we're not playing with money. But that's a whole other regulation.
That's a different story.
In itself. We're a service provider, so we're getting the service from financial institutes, banks, fintech companies, payment companies, and we're providing this service with a neat experience to the patient as well as the clinic. So they will always have good payment options, and we're always developing it. For instance, to start with, we'll have just 4 installment options, but in time we're gonna bring installments up to 12 months because the average ticket size is growing every year.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2 weeks ago, we had a patient in Turkey, a local one, not a like a dental tourism patient, that paid 30,000 euros with just one treatment. 30,000 euros. I mean, and this is with Turkish prices. It's not even. It's not like German, Hungarian prices. So ticket size is growing, but this patient had the opportunity to pay in 12 installments. I mean, if it was just one payment, probably he would not be able to get that treatment because he had all these full implant, full arch restorations, grafting, that sort of thing. But now he has this opportunity to actually smile in a better way, and it's going to be an easy payment of 1 year for him.
Well, and this can actually also grow the market, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if it's more accessible for more patients,
yes,
it gives them more option, then eventually the market size will grow.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we see in our clinic members. So a clinic with a patient acceptance rate of 40% can increase their acceptance rate up to 70 from 40. So it's almost double with giving this kind of payment option in itself.
Yeah. Well, that's a good sales pitch to a clinic, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a clear advantage for both sides of your business, right? And so what do you think, or where do you see this company in like 2-3 years of time? What's your timeline? What are your goals? What's your ambition?
Yeah, I'm a very impatient person by nature. I mean, I was born this way. So I'm not thinking like, oh, we'll be in 10 years, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I'm giving the company and myself 2-3 years to make this global. And I want like a historic exit. I mean, an exit that's going to be in the news for globally. So I'm taking risks. I'm going to go fast. So it's never going to be like a mediocre company. We're going to either go high or low very fast.
Down.
I mean, that's a risk I have to, because speed is the most important thing nowadays. I mean, if you're not fast enough with all this AI coming in and out, it's not hard to develop a product nowadays. I mean, you can just tell the AI to do. Basically, you can do Uber, just the coding part. It's not hard. The hard part is the distribution. The whoever distributes.
Well, the go-to-market.
First,
Go-to-market. Yeah, and for that you need network. For that you need
absolutely. So
deep knowledge.
We have to be fast. We have to be accurate. So this year after AI, I changed all business plans. Before that, it was a slower pace. Now it's a faster pace. And just after we're covering Europe, we're going to go to overseas, which is actually the big deal. I mean, Europe, yes, it's a big market in itself, but it's very distributed. But once you go to the States, and we all know we have to. I mean, at one stage. So the following year we're going to be in the States, and I think that will be the real game changer for us. I mean, we'll see what will happen then.
Yeah. You need the U.S. market. Right. I mean, without that, you're like this half-legged, half-armed giant,
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what is your personal goal? I mean, I understand that you want to, go down or go big. Like, so these are your two options. But let's say happy path. You get your historic exit. It's 2028, 2029, let's say, according to your timeline. What's next for Efe?
For me personally, I think this is going to be my last venture by myself. I will definitely be in the whole ecosystem, but I have my investor side as well. I will more work on that. So I will be not having this daily operations, having a new company, a new one, start from scratch, day one. This is my last one. That's for sure, because I mean, I had the clinic chain, the lab, the software company. This is the fourth one, and it's going to be the final one. But I will keep investing. Maybe I will be in the board of a couple of startups, a couple of companies. But that's it. I mean, I want a early retirement for myself. That's my personal thing. For the company, I'll give you some numbers. Actually, we started out with a valuation of $5 million on our first investment round. Then it went to 6.5, then 12. This round was $15 million, so this was our fourth round. And my goal is to grow the company 100 million plus valuation. Anything above that is good enough for me. Anything above that. Of course, everyone is talking about being a unicorn, but it's not as easy as it sounds.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so we will do our best and hope for the best. But I believe in energy. I mean, when you do good stuff, I think the universe rewards you in that sense. Of course, you create your own chance. I mean, even us meeting is by chance. I mean, me being here today is completely by chance. I mean, I don't remember even who introduced me to whom, and then that person introduced me to whom, and then finally I met you guys. So me being in Budapest, in this building, doing this podcast, just is because of the whole energy thing. Because I searched for it, I made the attempt, and the universe rewarded me in that sense. So I think it will happen in our global operations as well.
Yeah, and I also think it's interesting because there are a lot of similarities in how we see our profession or how we do our ventures and stuff like that. And eventually I also slipped into the investor side of the table, through White Unicorn. That's how we met, and yeah, it seems like an organic like evolution of an entrepreneur mindset, right? Yeah. But then what's interesting that I realized that White Unicorn for me, even if it's an investor company or incubator company, it's still a startup, right? So then you realize that actually, oh, wait a minute, that's also a startup, which you have to grow, which you have to deal with. But it's very, very interesting to sit on the other side of the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You have a great story, by the way. I mean, the White Unicorn story is a great one. I'm pretty sure it will be successful as a startup venture capital itself. And I'm honestly hoping we'll be a part of that success story. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, let's work on that. I think this is a beautiful closing line. Let's try to share each other's success. And thank you very much once again, Efe, to join us in the podcast. And I wish you really fruitful times in Budapest now in your next couple of days.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so this was the latest episode of MedTech Pub podcast. I hope you all enjoyed it. We are coming soon with our new episodes. Ez volt ma a MedTech Pub, a White Unicorn Inkubátor egészségügyi innovációs podcastja. Hallgassatok minket legközelebb is, kövessetek minket LinkedIn-en és Instán, YouTube-on, és gyertek el minden hónap első csütörtökén a Monyó Pubba, a szakmai közösségünkbe.